Well, hello everyone. How was life doing today? I hope that you are fine. Well, in this occasion, I would like to discuss about discussion text. Basically, the material that I'm going to teach now have been taught in the class. It is created to make sure that you have a deep understanding toward the topic that I have discussed before in the class. So, without further ado, let's start with the presentation. All right, here we go. Okay, discussion text. It is the last topic in the grade 12. So I believe that it will be a good thing for you to learn because it's quite challenging in the age of the day for you to finish your journey in high school. Okay, in all types of text, we have three essential points. The first one is communicative purpose, or sometimes we call it as social function, goal, or aims. And the second one is generic structure. It is like the way how we create a passage. It means that it has to follow a certain rules so that it can build a correct frame of thinking to become a discussion text. And the last one is a language features. It is a type of like grammar and also um, it includes tenses and then also verbs type part of speech being used in the this kind of text. When we talk about communicative purpose, a a discussion text always deals with arguments and information from different points of view. It means that when we talk about something, we have to see it, we have to elaborate it from two different points of view. And commonly it is contradictive. I mean, like the positive side, the negative side, the advantages, the disadvantages. That is discussion text. And after that, generic structure, it starts with statement of issue. It is where you elaborate the ideas that you want to elaborate, the ideas that you want to explain further in the following paragraphs. So when you want to get the main idea of the passage or the topic of the passage, it is much better for you to read the first paragraph. And after that, the second and the third is argument for and argument against. Argument for means like this is where you have to flow your arguments dealing with supporting the ideas that you have previously stated in the statement of issue in in the previous paragraph. Meanwhile, in argument against, it is where you have to elaborate your ideas about something that is not in line with the ideas being elaborated in the first paragraph. And the next one or the last one is recommendation. It is where you have to state your position towards the topic being discussed. The next one, we have language features. We have generic participant, simple present, thinking verb, modality, contrastive conjunction, and passive voice. Well, I have explained about it, so let's move on to language features. When we talk about language features, we start with generic participant. It means that something being discussed here can be generalized to others. I mean, like in general. And then simple present, it doesn't have to be simple present, actually, it has to be in present. Basically, the thing that we are discussing here are still happening or becoming fact up to the day that we have this discussion. That's why we use a simple present. And the next one is thinking verb. It is a kind of verb that relate to the process of thinking, assume, believe, and so on and so forth. Modality, linguistic devices that indicate the degree to which an observation is possible, probable, likely, certain, permitted, or prohibited. I believe that you are familiar with this. The next one is contrastive conjunction. Conjunctions that combine two sentences in and ideas which emphasize the difference between them. As I told you that we have to present two different points of view, therefore to make it coherent and also cohesive, we have to use contrastive conjunction. The next one is passive voice, used to show interest in the person or object that experiences an action rather than the person or object that performs the action. Okay, let's see this example. I have flowed you with I have presented to you this text. It's about whether or not we need to eat meat. With the title, do we need to stop eating meat? Okay, that's the title. And after that, the first paragraph here, we call it a statement of issue. And let's analyze this paragraph. We see that the word "are" here is highlighted, and there's an arrow showing that it's a present tense. Beside "are," we also have in the second here, this one have. And after that, we also have is here, which indicate present tense. And also we have meet here. Meet here is generic participant. It means that we do not talk about a certain specific meet, but meet in general that can be generalized to others. And then we move on to the second paragraph. The second paragraph here is argument 4. Previously, the statement of issue mentioned about we need to I stop consuming meat because it will damage the environment. And after that, in this paragraph, in these two paragraphs, it is flawed. It is elaborated about the reasons why we need to stop eating meat. It affects the environment, and also it will damage further not only um, toward global emissions but also wider environmental impact. These two paragraphs explain about those two things. And after that, following this paragraph, we move on to the third one. The third structure is argument against. This is where you mention about something that is on contrary with the previous one. It means that you have to mention about something, arguments that will weaken the ideas of we need to stop eating meat. In this part, you will see that by eating meat, by consuming meat, you will gain some benefits, and these benefits, of course, will um, play as an antithesis of the previous um, part, which is argument 4. This is where you stand against the ideas or the topic elaborated in the first paragraph. And after that, we also can see a contrastive conjunction here. We have but, and on the other hand, it indicates that you will mention something which is contradictory with the previous one, the previous ideas. And we move on to the next one. This is the recommendation, aka the last paragraph. In this part, you do not actually need to summarize, but you have to make a conclusion. But not only conclusion, you have to state your position here. You can say it here like, after looking at all these facts, I believe people can't stop just eating meat for health and environmental reasons. This is not a summary, but it is like a recommendations, the stating of position. Even though meat gives negative impacts, it cannot simply stop people to eat meat. That is the stance, that is the position chosen by the writer. And after that, he or she, the author, will give reasons for that. Well, I think that's it about what is it about the discussion text. If you have questions regarding this topic, please feel free to write it down in the comment section, and I will answer the question one by one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it for today. Have a good day and thank you. Well, see you everyone.